Hey, what's up, y'all? I wanted to go live because I'm really sad and I'm really excited at the same time, and this is pretty raw. So today, if y'all have been following me, I've been trying to get my vehicle registration for 3 months now, and I've been doing videos, and I tagged the Sarasota DMV, and the manager reached out to me, and so I had it scheduled today to go pick up my registration. It was at 1:30. So I was just playing online, doing some research, and just playing like I always do. And I thought, hey, 1:30, the DMV was 3.2 miles away. I can ninja flip on my bike and leave around 12:30. And you have to arrive 10 minutes early. Then they send you a text. You got to have a mask. Then you walk in the DMV. Well, 12:30, 12:35 comes around. I'm like, okay, it's time to go. So I've been charging my battery because Sunday I rode a pretty good distance. And I love my bike, y'all. I've had my bike for 2.5 years, and all y'all rockin' Rad Stars actually gifted me 2 bikes. And these are electric bikes. They're very expensive bikes. They're over $2,000. The second one I gifted to a homeless man in Kauai. And that was the better bike. That had the fenders, that had the alarm, it had all the bells and whistles, and I gifted that to a homeless man in Kauai. So I still have, the first one that you all gifted me. So I ninja flip outside, and the pole that I have had it, because I'm at my girlfriend's house, Brandy. This is my new secret top fort. If you can't see it, this is like a really cool fort. So I've been playing with Brandy, my DJ Mandy. I call it Brandy Mandy. She's at work, and the last time I drove my bike was Sunday. And I chained it up with an alarm. I have an alarm, and I chained it up to, because the bike rack is way far from where she lives. It's a pretty good hike, and there's a bunch of bikes over there, but there's no video surveillance. So there's a handicap sign that's like 30 feet away from her front door, and it's really well lit. Sunday, I went to the Tampa Bay Mall at the Apple store to go get my computer fixed, and they closed down because of the possible riots. So that didn't work out. So I came back, I chained my bike, set my alarm at that pole. I can't remember the last time I think I saw it yesterday because Brandy and I were playing. We went to a whole bunch of places, and we were playing yesterday. I think I saw it yesterday was the last time. Well, 12:30, 12:35 rolls around, I'm on a ninja flip on my bike. I go to the pole, and my bike's not there. My bike's not there, and I literally got 45 minutes before I got to be at the DMV. So, beforehand, y'all, like 4 years ago, I would have lost my ish. I would have just went crazy. Who knows what I would have done if that would have happened to me a while back ago. So I instantly said, hey, I got to make this work. And I'm so thankful that I have a lifelong pension that I even had money that I can call an Uber, So I downloaded the Uber app. I got an Uber. The Uber guy was there in like 20 minutes. So I went to the DMV. The good news is I got my registration. What? That cost me $437, but my tags are good till February 21st, which is odd. They put my birth date there, or close to my birth date, so I'm only good for 9 months. It's like over $400, but I guess yearly it only costs $47 to renew. So here's the thing, though. I was getting harassed for not having registration, even though the cops let me off because the DMV, the government bureaucracy, you can't get new registration online or through a kiosk. You actually have to go in, and they're backed up. So I get pulled over. The cops let me go, but where she lives, they don't allow people without registration. So they kept harassing me. They kept putting these orange stickers on. I would have put my bike on my van if my van was here. I had to go ninja flip my van because they were harassing me about the registration where she works in the back. So the harassing that I was receiving, the fear that I was receiving, the triggering that I was receiving, even though I didn't do anything wrong because the state of Florida wouldn't issue a new registration in person. So I was following the rules, but where she lives, they didn't, edit their guidelines, their rules and regs to accommodate what's going on during this pandemic and riots. So the government kind of failed me. So then I was getting harassed. So in that part, I was fearful. So in that part, I instead of keeping my bike on the back of my van, I was connecting it to a pole, which was right there. Well, now someone stole my bike. And I love that bike. You know, I'm homeless. I love that bike. That bike gets me anywhere and everywhere. You know, I've ridden over 2,000 miles on that bike. I think it's 2,100 miles I've ridden on that bike. You know, and I've got like, I probably have $300 or $400 of gear on that bike. So, I just want to do this video. Whoever stole my bike, you know, you probably needed it more than me. You probably needed it more than me. And if that's the case, then treat it right. You know, I guess the universe just gifted it to you, and treat it right, and hopefully it serves you. But please don't steal anybody else's bike. It's not right. You know, I mean, what if I wasn't able to ninja flip? What if I didn't have my Navy lifelong pension and didn't have over $400, or I had to pay $9 for the Uber and then $12 for the Uber back? So just think if I didn't have any money. As a homeless Navy combat vet, just think if I didn't have any money to go get my registration. Now I'm out transportation of a bike that served me for over 2 years, and I would have missed my registration, and so then I wouldn't have a van either because it would be illegal. So if you see this video, you probably won't, but if you hear me, if you feel me, hopefully you needed it more than I did, and maybe that's the case. Then I hope it serves you well. But I'm going to look at the positives. You know, I have to maintain healthy boundaries. And so now with this environment, I still don't even really feel safe parking my van here just because I feel like I was harassed. So, you know, and these are good lifelong lessons because I'm going to hit the road and I'm going to be traveling the US, and I'm going to manifest another bike and I'm going to have it on the back of my van. And, you know, when you are in environments where you're not safe, you're not behind gated communities, you know, you are exposed to the elements. And so I'm going to learn from this. I mean, I had a bike that I got from Austria. I mean, a bike lock from Austria. It was like this thick. It was a huge, like galvanized steel chain. And I've parked it in the ghetto. I've parked my bike so many different places. And, you know, it was stolen 30 feet away from a door in a lit, you know, guarded, gated community. Crazy. But learning lessons. You know, I'm going to manifest a new bike, and it's not going to stop me. You know, at least I got wheels now with registration so people can stop harassing me. And I think that's it. I just want to let you all know the good news. I'm going to stay positive. The good news, I got my registration. I don't have to BITCH. I don't have to complain about my registration anymore. Hopefully, I know I educated myself about this whole experience. And I still think some things need to be done with that experience, but I think me just verbalizing it and getting it out maybe can help other people. So be very appreciative of what you have. Be very grateful and thankful for what you have. If you have a roof over your head, be grateful. If you have a job, be grateful. But keep in the back of your mind and keep it at the forefront that if you're not happy, you can't make anybody else happy. And you know, money doesn't mean anything. And I know people go crazy. Money doesn't make me happy. My bike made me happy. My bike made me really, really happy. My bike, like, I'm riding my bike, yeah. I'm riding my bike, yeah. I'm riding my bike, oh, yeah. I'd ninja flip on there in the trails. And, you know, I'd go volunteer at the garden. I'd go drive Pinellas Trail, and the wind would be, you know, in my mohawk. And it was, like, meditative. And so I am sad. My bike makes me sad. Not having money doesn't make me sad. But just be grateful for what you have. And if you're not happy, don't be scared. Don't be scared to voice your opinion. Don't be scared to voice and to showcase to the world your flavors. Don't make decisions out of fear. Everybody gives their advice or gives their opinion out of fear. Don't be fearful. I'm not fearful now to go get a new bike and to go park it wherever I want to park it. You know, it's so funny because when I would ride my bike, a lot of strangers come up to me and the first thing they'd say, hey man, how much does that cost? Complete strangers. Or, you know, hey man, how fast does that go? You know, hey man, how much does that cost? It's like, or hey man, make sure, I get this a lot. Hey man, make sure you lock that up. Hey man, make sure you be careful because someone's going to steal it. So all of that thought process is fear inside of them, and they would project it at me. Sometimes I felt a little uncomfortable, but sometimes when people are projecting fear on you, that can be contagious. And if you have those healthy boundaries and you're just playing inside, you're not going to let that fear get inside of you. So today sucked because I don't have a bike anymore. But on the other hand, I got my registration, and I'm very grateful and thankful that I have that. I'm very grateful and thankful that you all are here listening to me and playing with me. Don't live out of fear. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Disruption is coming. Disruption is coming. And make sure that you're on the right side of history, y'all. I love you very much. Keep it raw. Stay rad. Whoa, whoa!